Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Tonight we're going to play another game from the 1961 career replay of Carl Yastrzemski using inside pitch baseball, this being his rookie season. This is going to be game number 27. The Red Sox won the last game against the Cleveland Indians. This is the second game of a three-game series. They're currently 11-15, which is one game ahead of their pace. They did win today's game, so in order to stay ahead of their pace, they'll have to win today. It's going to be Ike DeLock on the hill for the Boston Red Sox against Win Hawkins for the Cleveland Indians. Ike DeLock comes in having a fine season so far with a record of 4-0, 3.57 earned run average, 35 and a third innings pitched, 33 hits allowed, 17 strikeouts, and 9 walks. So he'll be going up against a Cleveland lineup, which is as follows. Johnny Temple, the second baseman, will bat first. Jimmy Piersall, the center fielder, hit second. Tito Francona, who just recently passed away. Our condolences to Terry Francona's father there. Will play left field and hit third. Batting cleanup is Vic Power, the first baseman. Batting fifth is Willie Kirkland, the right fielder. Batting sixth, behind the plate, John Romano. Woody Held is the shortstop, will hit seventh. Bubba Phillips, the third baseman, hits eighth. And on the mound, hitting ninth, is Win Hawkins. So that's your lineup for the Cleveland Indians. Behind DeLock is Yastrzemski in left, Geiger in center, Jensen in right. Yastrzemski and Geiger both average range. Jensen above average range. All three of them with slightly above average arms. And very sure-handed overall, with Yastrzemski being the most error-prone with a rating of 7. In the infield, it's Malzone, Budden, Schilling, and Reynolds, all average range, except for Schilling is above average. And Schilling the most sure-handed of them all. Reynolds pretty sure-handed at first also. Budden and Malzone will commit a few errors. Behind the plate is Jim Pagliarone. Above average range, but very extremely error prone, and slightly below average arm. On the mound, Ike DeLock is average range, but also very extremely error prone at his position. So, Ike DeLock looks in for the sign from Pagliarone. Temple comes in hitting. Well, he hit 276 with 3 homers and 30 runs batted in the 1961 season. So here's the windup and the pitch by DeLock. DeLock looking to go to a perfect 5-0. He did actually win this game. And that's going to be a walk. So that's how we'll start. And next up is Jimmy Piersall. Piersall hit 322 in 61 with 6 homers and 40 runs batted in. Avoids the strikeout. And he gets himself a base hit. Temple will motor his way to third, so runners at the corners with nobody out. So Cleveland right away has something going off the lock. Brings up Tito Francona. Hit 301 in 61. With 16 homers and 85 runs batted in. And once again, avoids the strikeout. Oh, this could be bad. And that's a base hit. So Temple comes in to score the first run of the game. Piersall will hold at second. Does not have good speed. So still nobody out. Runners on first and second as Pagliarone goes out to talk to DeLock. Goes back behind the plate. Vic Power up now. 268 hitter with 5 homers and 63 runs batted in. And that's a range check at, ballpark check at Fenway Park. Oh, and that's not good. That's another base hit. As Piersall will come around the score. It's 2-0 now. So 4 straight hits for Cleveland to start off the game. So not a good start for DeLock and the Red Sox. Brings up Willie Kirkland, hitting 250, hit 259 on the season with 27 homers and 95 runs batted, hitting 364 against the Red Sox in 3 games. And finally, we get a strikeout. So 1 down now. So the Red Sox playing back in double play depth, hoping to turn 2 here and limit the damage to 2 runs. Romano up now. Romano's hitting 375 in 8 at-bats against the Red Sox so far this year. 299 hitter overall with 21 homers and 80 runs batted in for the season. Does not get hit by the pitch. But he does get a single. Man, Cleveland's getting those rolls there. Francona will hold that third, so the base is loaded with 1 down now for Woody Held. 267 hitter overall with 23 homers and 78 runs batted in. So he could break this game wide open with 1 swing of the bat. And that's going to be a fly out to left. Not deep. Yastrzemski makes the catch. Not deep enough for Francona. Oh, wait. Oh, here we go. And I guess he's going to try to score. And he's going to be thrown out to end the inning. So Francona tries to score, and Yastrzemski throws him out. So an outfield assist for Yastrzemski will end the inning and limit the damage to just 2. So after 1/2, it's Cleveland 2 and Boston coming up. Oh, meant to hit the other one here. There you go. So Win Hawkins on the mound for the Indians. He had a 7-9 record with 1 save and a 4.06 earned run average. With 133 innings pitched, 139 hits allowed, 51 strikeouts, and 58 walks. So far in 1 start against the Red Sox, he pitched 5 2/3 innings, giving up, I want to say that's 1 run there. Possibly 2. No, that would be 1 run, 1.58. Yep. So 1 run, 5 hits, 4 walks, and a strikeout. So he can be wild. Hopefully he'll be wild today against the Red Sox. So the Red Sox lineup is as follows. Chuck Schilling, the second baseman, will hit first. He'll be followed by Gary Geiger, the center fielder. Batting third, Kyle Yastrzemski, the left fielder, who's shown a little bit of signs of life coming out of his slump in the last game. Jackie Jensen, right fielder, will hit cleanup. Jim Pagliaroni behind the plate hits 5th. Pete Reynolds is the first baseman today, hitting 6th. Frank Malzone is having a fine year so far, hitting 7th, is the third baseman. Don Budden, the shortstop, hits 8th. And hopefully he won't be booting Budden today, as was his nickname. And Ike DeLock, the pitcher, will hit 9th. So Chuck Schilling comes in with a 231 average with 3 runs batted in. Again, we missed an RBI for him, so technically he should have 4 runs batted in. And he avoids the strikeout here. And he starts off with a base hit, so a good start for the Red Sox. Ooh, there's going to be a pickoff right away, so Hawkins is going to throw over to Power at first. And, ooh, just missed the pickoff there, just back in safely. So let's check out the defense behind Hawkins. It's going to be Francona in left, Piersall in center, Kirkland in right. Piersall with excellent range in center. Excellent defender in center. With a 4 range for Kirkland. Francona average. Francona and Piersall very short-handed, with Kirkland pretty good in right as far as errors go. Piersall and Kirkland with above average arms. Francona with slightly below average arm. Phillips, Held, Temple, and Power in the infield. Phillips and Held below average range. Actually, Phillips, Held, and Temple it's third, short, and second with below average defense. And Power with excellent range. I guess that's range. I think that's what it is. I keep getting these games mixed up between Stratomatic, and all the other ones. Sometimes it's range, sometimes it's defense, overall defense. But anyway, I believe it's range in this one. I want to say that because there is an error rating in it too. And behind the plate, Romano with above average range and slightly below average error rating, which means he'll commit a few more errors than normal. And has a slightly above average arm. Hawkins on the hill with above average range, but extremely error prone, just like his counterpart, DeLock. So Schilling at first now for Geiger. Geiger comes in hitting .277 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. And it's going to be a range play. And there'll be a pop-up to power, and he'll make the catch for out number one. Out number one. YASTRZEMSKI up now, hitting .183 with 3 homers and 13 runs batted in. Hopefully he can have a good game this time and continue to break out of his slump. Oh, that's not good, though. And he strikes out. So YASTRZEMSKI goes down on strikes. And it looks like they're going to send Schilling here, and he's going to make it. So Schilling steals a bag. So that'll put a runner in scoring position for Jackie Jensen. Jackie Jensen off to an excellent start in 23 games, hitting .388 with 3 homers and 18 runs batted in. So Hawkins looks in for the sign Romano. From Romano, looks back at the runner, kick delivers. And he strikes him out. So the Red Sox cannot get the run home. It remains 2-0 after 1. So Bubba Phillips will lead it off for the Indians. Phillips, .264 for the season with 18 homers and 72 runs batted in. And he avoids the strikeout, but he will fly out to left field for out number 1. So Hawkins, the pitcher, up now. Just a 108 hitter with a RBI and 37 at-bats. And it's going to be a range play. And Geiger will not be able to get to that one. And Hawkins will get himself a double. So a 1-out double for Hawkins. So it'll bring up Temple, who walked and scored a run. Reynolds holding on. Button and Schilling trying to hold Hawkins on close, although he's not really that much of a threat to run. And Temple will fly out to right. Hawkins is not going anywhere. So he'll remain at second with 2 down now. So they bring up Piersall. Singled and scored. And he'll pop up to short to end the inning. So no further damage. So it remains 2-0 after 1.5. Red Sox will have Pagliarone, Reynolds, and Malzone up against Hawkins. Pagliarone, a .271 hitter on the season with 3 homers and 11 runs batted in. Here's the wind up in the pitch by Hawkins. And he's going to ground out to Held over to Power for out number 1. Pete Reynolds up now, getting a start today. In 21 games, he's hitting .295 with 2 homers and 6 runs batted in. And he avoids the strikeout, but he'll line up to second for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox in the second. That'll bring up Frank Malzone. Having an excellent season so far, hitting .373 with 4 homers and 17 runs batted in. And it's going to be a range play at Fenway Park. Or just a range play. And Kirkland will get to that one to retire the side. So the Red Sox go in order in the second. So after 2 full, it remains 2-0 Cleveland. Francona will lead it off. He had an RBI single his first time up. And he'll get his second base hit of the day. 2 for 2 now. Big power up now. Also had an RBI single his first time up. Reynolds will hold on Francona. Francona is a threat, somewhat of a threat to steal. And that's going to be a fly out to YASTRZEMSKI for out number 1. Kirkland up now. Kirkland struck out his first time up. Looks like they're going to go with the hit and run. And it's going to be a range play at Fenway Park. Oh, and that's going to be a base hit. As YASTRZEMSKI cannot get to that one. Francona will hold at third. And Kirkland will end up with a double. So, runners on second and third with 1 down now. For John Romano. Singled his first time up. I think we're going to play the infield in with the catcher. Yeah, we're going to play the infield in. Don't want to go get behind by too much here. Here's the pitch by DeLock. And that's going to be a fly out to right. Not deep enough for Francona to tag and score. So 2 down now. Woody held up now, 0 for 1. Red Sox 1 out away from getting out of this. And they do, as Held strikes out. So a big strikeout for DeLock. It remains 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. So it'll be Budden, DeLock, and Schilling up against Hawkins here in the home half of the third. Budden hitting well in the 14 games he's played, hitting .387 with 8 runs batted in. And there's Mr. Brody with his comment, and Mr. Brody agrees with that. So Mr. Brody is the off-camera co-host here. Oh, and Hawkins pitched to Budden. And nope, he's a righty, so that does not affect. If he was a lefty, he would have a home run opportunity here. But he will pop up to first. For the first out of the inning. The lockup now. DeLock, just a 104 hitter with 2 runs batted in on the season. Well, for the full season. So far, though, this season he's hitting .294 with a run batted in 70 at-bats. So he's hitting well so far. Oh, no base hit. And he'll ground out to Hawkins for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox here in the third. Chuck Schilling singled his first time up. And he's going to draw the walk. So a 2-out walk. So Schilling did steal a bag the first time, but I don't think we're going to have him steal this time. Or do we? I think we may try this. Let's try a steal here. Nope, gets gunned down. 20 row. That would have been impossible. Anyway, no matter what his stealing ability was. So that was a cannon for an arm that time for Romano. And there in plenty of time. That would have got even Ty Cobb. Or Ricky Henderson. Or Tim Raines, or whoever your favorite base stealer is. So he's caught stealing to end the inning. So after 3 full, 2-0 Cleveland still. Phillips will lead it off. Phillips 0 for 1 on the day. And he flies out to center for out number 1. So other than that first inning, DeLock has either pitched himself out of trouble or has retired Cleveland in order. So Hawkins up now. Doubled his first time up, as Yastrzemski could not get to it. And he's going to get himself his second hit, so Hawkins is 2 for 2. Johnny Temple up now, walked and scored. Officially 0 for 1 on the day. And it'll be a range check at Fenway Park. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. And they're going to, the short over to second for 1. Yeah, that's a G4 should be a ground ball to second, but they show it's a ground ball to short. Anyway, it's a ground ball double play nonetheless. And that'll do it for Cleveland in the top of the 4th. So Geiger, who was up to bat when Schilling was caught stealing, will lead it off for the Red Sox here in the 4th. 0 for 1 on the day. And that would have been that wouldn't have been a home run even if it would have got that 4-1 there because of the 17 roll. 4-5. That's going to be a ground out to second for out number 1. So Yastrzemski up now, strikeout victim his first time up. Oh, misses. Doesn't strike out this time. See what he can do. See if he can put it in play, and he cannot. Well, he does, but it's a ground ball to Temple at second. So Yastrzemski is retired. So 2 down now for Jackie Jensen. Struck out his first time up. And he's going to draw a 2-out walk. So that'll bring up the tying run with Pagliarone, 0 for 1. And that will be a fly out to Piersall in center to retire the side. So another goose egg for the Red Sox. And after 4 full, it's Tribe 2 and Red Sox nothing. Jimmy Piersall 1 for 2 with the run scored leads it off. Top of the 5th. And that's a foul ball. Does not get hit by the pitch. Instead, he flies out to Geiger in center for out number 1. Francona up now, having a good day, 2 for 2 with an RBI. Fenway Park range check. And that's going to be another hit. No, it's not. As Jensen's going to make a shoestring catch for out number 2. So Francona is retired for the first time today. So Vic Power, 1 for 2 with an RBI, comes to the plate. And that's going to be a base hit off DeLock's card. So 2-out single. Brings up Kirkland, 1 for 2 with a double. No hit off a card of DeLock's card this time. Instead, it's a fly out to Yastrzemski to end the inning. So halfway through, the Red Sox still trail by 2. Red Sox managing only 1 hit today. That hit by Schilling to lead off the game. So Pete Reynolds will lead it off against Hawkins. Oh, and Reynolds, who does not hit many home runs at all, gets a hold of one here. A mistake pitch by Hawkins and takes it out of the park. So Pete Reynolds, with his 3rd home run of the season, equaling his total for the whole season, halves the Cleveland lead to 2-1. So only a 10% chance to get a home run there, and he nails it. So the Red Sox get one back to lead off the 5th. Malzone up now 0 for 1. Range play at Fenway Park. Oh, looks like we're going to have a rare play here. Shortstop goes into the hole to make the play and hurts his arm on the throw. Resolve play at G6 range play. Check for injury after range play. Alrighty. And it looks like Held is going to injure his arm. And Mike DeLock is going to have to come in to take his place. So Malzone will reach on a single. Not sure how long that injury is for. It looks like he did get injured. So, alright, so Don Button up now 0 for 1 on the day. Oh, and Button has a chance to go deep here. No, way too high a roll, though. 20 roll. And he's going to ground out to short. No, to second. So Malzone will advance on the play. Only play is to first. Not hit hard enough to turn 2. So Malzone, time run in scoring position now for DeLock. Chance to help his own cause here. And he's going to strike out. And it looks like Hawkins is going to try a pickoff here. Malzone back second. Daylight play there. So it'll be up Schilling. 1 for 1. Also walked. Schilling with a chance to tie the game here. Oh, and Schilling's going to have a chance to go deep. Not much of a chance here. Again, that's too high, much too high of a roll. 15, and he needed a 1 or a 2. But he is going to get a base hit. And that will score Malzone. So the Red Sox tie it up. As Malzone comes in to score on the RBI single by Schilling. And Schilling will advance to second on the throw home. So the game tied at 2 now. With Geiger with a chance to put the Red Sox ahead. 0 for 2 so far today. And he grounds out the power at first to end the inning. But the Red Sox plate 2. And we have a new ball game. 2-2. As we go to the top of the 6th. DeLock back on the hill. New ball game now. As Romano leads it off. Romano 1 for 2 on the day. Error check here possibly. Oh, and it's going to be an error on Schilling. The normally sure-handed Schilling gets a bad hop, and they credit. That's a tough error on that one. But official score gives him an error though. So a rare error for Schilling. So that'll bring up Mike DeLock, who came into the game after the injury to the other shortstop. I can't remember his name offhand. So DeLock, 260 hitter for 1961 with 3 homers and 23 runs batted in. And that's going to be a ground ball to short. Over to second for 1, back to first, and the Red Sox turn 2. So 2 down now for Bubba Phillips, who's 0 for 2. DeLock starting a tire here. And it's going to be a ground out to short, button up with it over to Reynolds, and that'll do it. So after 5.5, it's 2-2. Yastrzemski will lead it off the Red Sox. 0 for 2 on the day. Average down to 179. And it'll continue to fall as he grounds out weakly to first. Yastrzemski 0 for 3 today. Jackie Jensen 0 for 1 with a walk. And he'll line out to De La Hoz at short for out number 2. Pagliaroni 0 for 2. Oh, and this could be Fenway Park home run check here. Nope, no home run. And just a fly out to deep center. Piersall will haul it in to end the inning. So it remains 2-2 after 6. And we'll give DeLock another chance here. Hawkins up now. Let's see. Do the Indians want to go for it here? Maybe have some commentary by the other dog or house sitting here, Mocha. Mocha, the big hound dog, is giving her opinion of the game here. What are you doing? All right, so let's see here. Let's check out Hawkins. Yeah, he's still got another inning, I think, left in him, so we will leave him in to hit for himself. And he'll strike out for out number 1. So Johnny Temple up now 0 for 2 with a walk. And Geiger will not be able to get to this one, so he'll reach with a 1-out single. So it'll be Jimmy Piersall. It's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Does not draw the walk. But he does get a base hit. Temple will stop at second. So Pinky Higgins comes out. Looks like that's going to be it for DeLock. So Stallard, Nichols, and Muffet pitched in the actual game. Stallard, Nichols. I think we'll bring in Nichols to face the lefty for Ancona. Well, you don't think I should bring in Nichols, Mr. Brody? Mr. Brody is not so sure I should bring in Nichols, but it's a lefty on lefty, so we got to go with it. All right, Mr. Brody, we heard your opinion here. Mr. Brody very vocal about this. So we'll see what happens. Mr. Brody sent something. Oh, Mr. Brody saw that. It's a walk. Mr. Brody saying Nichols has been pretty wild lately. And he would be right, as he's given up 6 walks. So Mr. Brody read that one all the way. So that's going to load the bases now. And that's going to be it for Nichols. So Mr. Brody saw that one coming. The question is, do we bring in or Muffet? Stallard has not been that good so far. Oh boy. Wish you could see what their actual stats for what they've done so far. Stallard still overall better numbers, so I think we got to go with Stallard here. Hopefully the law of averages will catch up with him. That's not overall horrible. It's about what he should be doing. 0-2 with 13 2/3 innings pitched on the season. 11 hits, 10 walks, and 10 strikeouts. So he's been a little while lately. So who is batting? 2 for 3 with an RBI is Power. He doesn't have much power. I think we're going to bring the infield in. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully we don't get a range check. 5-5. But we are going to get a walk. So Stallard walks in the go-ahead run. The Red Sox bullpen doing what it does best this year. So that'll bring up Willie Kirkland, 1 for 3. Defense playing back here. And it's going to be a fly out to right, but it is going to left, but it's going to be deep enough to score the run. Oh, lead runner advances. It's going to be a run down here. So they're 4-2 now. And base runner is going to be out. Oh. Yeah, should have been thrown out. Okay. Yeah, he was thrown out. There's a run down there. Anyway, so I guess that ends up being the same thing. But Cleveland scores 2 off. Well, not off Stallard, but Stallard cannot hold the lead, so he will not get a hold for this one. Not that inside pitch does not keep track of holds. All right, so Pete Reynolds will lead it off for the Red Sox in the home half of the 7th after they sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." The Red Sox now trail again by 2. When Hawkins back out there for the inning of work. Reynolds leads it off. He homered. His 3rd of the season, his last time up. Put the Red Sox on the board. And it's going to be a line out back to Hawkins for out number 1. Malzone up now, 1 for 2 of the runs scored. Does not strike out. Malzone, a very good eye, but puts the ball in play. And he fights it off and gets a base hit. So 1 out single from Malzone. And they're going to go with a hit and run here. Don Budden, 0 for 2 on the day. And it's going to be a range check at Fenway Park. Come on, baby. And it's going to be a ground out to second. Malzone, who is off on the pitch, will advance. So 2 down now with a run in scoring position. And Red Sox will pinch hit for Stallard. And the Red Sox did not use a pinch hitter in the game. So we'll see who strikes our fancy here. Pumpsy Green. Tempted to go with Rip Rapolsky, but he only had 25 at bats on the season. But those could have been a majority of pinch hitters. Vic Wertz, though. I think we're going to bring in Wertz. Yeah, we're going to bring in Wertz to pinch hit. I like that better. So Wertz will come in the pinch hit. 267 here in the season with 5 homers and 13 runs batted in. So he could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. Oh, does not get hit by the pitch, but lines out the first to end the inning. So Moffitt's going to come in now. So we head to the top of the 8th with Red Sox down by 2. De La Hoz will lead it off. He's 0 for 1 since coming in. So Moffitt, 2-1 record, 1 save, 3.82 earned run average, 28 and a third innings pitched, 31 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 6 walks. And he will ground out the 3rd for out number 1. So that'll bring up Bubba Phillips, 0 for 3 on the day. So we'll error on a throw here. And no error, but it's going to be a single for Phillips, his first hit of the day. So that's going to be, let's see here. That's going to be it for Hawkins. They're going to lift him for a pinch hitter. So Hale, Asegian, and Dillard were used as pinch hitters. Oops. No. Okay. Hale only had 1 at bat. But he did have it in this game, so. Did he have an official at bat? He did. So this was only at bat of the season. So he'll get it right here. All right, so Bob Hale will get his one bat. Oh, wait a second. No, that's not right. That's right. I must have switched it to I did. There we go. He had 49 at bats, so I switched it to the actual replay stat. So he had 49 at bats on the season. Okay. So Bob Hale will pinch hit here. Thought that was too much of a coincidence there. So one down for Hale. So Hale was a 160 with a homer and 7 runs batted. And he'll fly out to left for out number 2. Johnny Temple 1 for 3 with a walk and a couple runs scored. Does not strike out. But we'll go round out to short. And that'll do it. So it looks like it was Allen, Antonelli, and Hamilton. Whoops. We're going to go with, they're both lefties, so we're going to go with Allen. Antonelli's stats are kind of messed up there. Don't want that to bug the game out. So Allen comes in. 3-2 record on the season with, well, for the 61, with a 3.73 earned run average, 82 innings pitched, 96 hits allowed, 42 strikeouts, and 35 walks. Hasn't fared too well against the Red Sox so far. Does not strike out Schilling. Ooh, Schilling's going to have a chance here. Ah, too high though. And he flies out to right for out number 1. So 1 out in the Red Sox 8th brings up Gary Geiger, hitless on the day. And Geiger's going to strike out for out number 2. He'll be 0 for 3. See what he can do. Oh, and he's going to get a base hit off the pitcher's card. So that's about the only way Yastrzemski is going to get a hit lately is off the pitcher's card. So that will raise his average to 186. So hit for Yastrzemski. So that'll bring the tying run up for Jackie Jensen. 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Oh, pick off. 13, nope, nothing going there. So we'll go with 1-6. And that is going to be a walk for Jensen. So his tying run is on board now for Jim Pagliarone, hitless on the day, 0 for 3. He's got capabilities of tying this game or putting the Red Sox ahead with 1 swing of the bat. Well, he avoids the strikeout, 1-2, but he grounds short. So Pags cannot get it done. And we'll head to the 9th with the Red Sox down by 2. Billy Muffet in for another inning of work. Try to keep it a 2-run game. And Jimmy Piersall, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Flies out to Jensen and right. Ooh, successful range check. So 1 gone in the Cleveland 9th. And he'll walk Francona. He's having a good day today. So that brings up Muffet. Power, who's 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted and also walked once. Reynolds holding on Reynolds holding on Francona at first. Possible error on a ground ball here. And nope, flies out to Yastrzemski, so there's no error check. And that'll do it. So ahead, oh no, 1 more out actually. Francona holds at first there. No walk for Kirkland. But he will fly out to Jensen. Then the inning. Now the inning's over. So let's see. Did Bob Allen have any saves? He did have 3. So we'll let him stay in there. So Pete Reynolds, who's homered today, will lead it off for the Red Sox in the 9th. Reynolds, Malzone, and Budden if anybody gets on the pitcher spot. And that's a good start. It's a base hit for Reynolds. And he's got good speed, so we'll let him stay in there. Well, actually, not good base running speed, but good stolen base speed. Ooh. I don't think we really want to steal here, though. No, not down by 2. If it's 2 outs, maybe, if he's still on first. So Malzone 2 for 3 with a run scored. Representing the tying run. Oh, and he's going to strike out. Only a 1 and 2, and a 2 roll, so Malzone rung up on strikes. Oh, do we want to pinch hit for no? Budden's hitting 353. We got to let Budden hit. And Budden will walk. So the tying run is on board now. What kind of a hitter muff it is. We're not going to let him stay in, but. Oh, no, not what we wanted there. 217 hitter. No, we can't let him stay in, though. It's not bad. So let's take a look here. Russ Nixon. Let's go actual stats. So 25 for Rip Popowski. How many stats? He's... Oops, replay stats. He's been at bat 9 times already. So we've used him quite a bit for hitting 4. But he's hot, though. I think we got to bring him in. We're going to bring him in. If we have to use up as at bats early on, but you would want to go with the hot hitter, and Rapolsky is the hot pinch hitter. 444. 4 for 9 so far. Run scored. Here we go. Come on, Rip. Let's rip one here. Oh, Bob Allen. He's going to be coming out. No. No, they have a 2-run lead. He is one of the... Who else do they have? Let's see who else they have here. I'll give him a sporting chance here. So Frank Funk, he is their closer. So we'll bring the Funk in. The Funk is in. Yeah, got to bring him in. 11 and 11, 11 saves. 333 earned run average. 92 innings pitched, 79 hits allowed. 64 walks and 25 strikeouts. He'll come in and try to notch a save. Rapolsky hoping to rip one here. Oh, possible error on the ground here. And it's a fly ball, so that will not help. So Rapolsky cannot get it done. He flies out the center. Runners hold. Chuck Schilling having a good day today. 2 for 3 with an RBI. Can he keep the game going? Ooh, it's going to be off of his card. And he will fly out to end the game. So the Red Sox leave the tying run on first and fall to the Indians. So they give the game back that they were ahead. And we didn't put our YASTRZEMSKI backdrop. There we go. So the Red Sox fall 4-2 to Cleveland Indians. Hawkins gets the win. Nichols gets the loss. Funk gets a save. Second save against the Red Sox. Pete Reynolds hits his 3rd home run. So let's take a look at the box score before we call it a game. So Hawkins gets a win. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, a home run. DeLock gets the loss. His first of the does not get the loss, but doesn't get the win either. 6 1/3 innings, 11 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Chet Nichols does get the loss, though, 1-2 on the season now. 2 runs, both of them earned, 1 walk. Don't know how he gets hit with 2 runs. I think he only faced 1 batter. He did, so I don't understand why he's getting 2 runs charged to him. I think that's an error. Anyway, Stallard 2/3 of an inning, 1 walk. Muffet 2 innings pitched, 1 hit and 1 walk. So for the victorious Cleveland Indians, Johnny Temple 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Jimmy Piersall, he also walked once. Jimmy Piersall 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Tito Francona 2 for 3 with an RBI. Walked twice also, so he had a fine day. Vic Power 2 for 4 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs and a walk. Willie Kirkland 1 for 4 with an RBI and a double. Romano 1 for 3. Woody Held, who left the game with an injury, 0 for 2. Mike DeLock came in as play short after the injury as 0 for 2. Bubba Phillips 1 for 4. Win Hawkins helped his own cause here, 2 for 3 with a double. And Frank Funk did not get in a bat. For the Red Sox, Chuck Schilling 2 for 4 with an RBI, a walk. Gary Geiger 0 for 4. YASTRZEMSKI was 1 for 4, got the hit off the pitcher's card. Jackie Jensen is average now 186. Jackie Jensen 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Pagliaroni 0 for 4. Reynolds 2 for 4 with a homer. Frank Milzone 2 for 4 with a run scored. Don Budden 0 for 3 but with a walk. Jackie Jensen also was 0 for 2 but with 2 walks. Ike DeLock was 0 for 2. Nichols Stallard did not get at bats, 0 for 1. Muffet did not get in a bat, and Rip Popolski 0 for 1. So, player of the game. Could be Vic Power, but I think we're going to give it to Win Hawkins. 7 strong innings, allowing just 5 hits and 2 runs. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. So I think we're going to give it to Win Hawkins. So that is it, as the Red Sox fall to the Cleveland Indians by a score of 4-2. And now they are 11 and second. So 11 and 16 on the season, which is exactly where they were. So they were a game ahead coming in this one, which they won this game, but since they lost it, now they're 11 and 16 and where they should be on the season. So we'll be back with Game 3, game number 28 of Carl Yastrzemski's rookie season, in the next game. So take care, God bless, and if you like these videos, definitely like and subscribe, and check out our other series. Lots of other baseball, football, basketball, and hockey. Mostly baseball, but with some other career replays of Rob Gronkowski for the Patriots, Bobby Orr for the Boston Bruins, Larry Bird for the Boston Celtics, all rookie seasons using inside pitch games currently. And we just started a new series, an Ichiro Suzuki series using Action PC Baseball, his career, using we just played a couple games on that, so check out that series if you're into Ichiro at all. Also 1978 Red Sox series going on, and also 78 using Stratomatic, and 77 using Out of the Park Baseball. So lots of good stuff going on. So take care, God bless, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.